Me first akwenya we no bibi asimo bibi akwa family channel we so if you are need first time I'm always subscribing to this very YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe, notification bell turn it on. So be like, so be share, so be comment share there we are. Na yen will be so any ag papa inse bebre na trend wo media no so di kan de edit bi na ye de ba be so mo dia na mighty boho training company meter for so air free say hydrogeological investigation pump restoration boho drain na message so be from na no madi sa so no wa ba abetwa nsuo akono pa so e de ama wo dia ye nua be ma ba ko bi aba be din komo wo ye boga a two side story you be tini bi wi na ye biem e de munti ase nyina ama Sammy Gyamfi akasa Kuami Eugene so de ya lambast no wane nyina mo no ye tie nua be ma boga na nsem bia wo ka no emra
yeah me pe ka keto bi akọ Ghana na madam fu bi e ka tell me say o small car wo ho sa car wi o small car wo ho enwan ma dofunum small car wi sa small car wi madam fu no frame say me mala non talk car na mami sa small car wi o small car wi memla na me to car no me pe car small car bi say di akọ Ghana minua car na ode mami no to car na mami $600 no so ode car na mami me buy me chat tax number ne dia send Ghana so mo check mami a sa small car we Ghana for mpani se car no ne boye sa small car we boye ayi me yin Ghana almost $2,000 sa small car we na sa dia na mote Ghana ho na mo ye no enye na munyai minyanum MPP ni NDC for mote Ghana ye video a o ye MPP ni na MPP awura wutrim na MPP ama wutine fa atiayila ye video mo hwe na munyan samo ba na mo de MPP samo na ba no o ye NDC na wuti half atiayila hyenyansa na Ghana no ye nyina na ye pesa Ghana ye yie o de saka we ko Africa countries ni bibia so a saka we menya so $600 kwa be yedru
what are these $600 and hwe ho eka a obetima ye free Ghana ha no $2,000 almost 260 million okay and the car get 12 years we ba Ghana no the board tin ya fa ne say samane sa obi abeso aka ne bi dia ba ko ma na sa sika no mo je no ete no mo de ye opon sa sika mo je wo how bo sika bebrebe import duties ni nyina no Ghana sa ko bosia o man bi kura anye sa ade no mo nyire so sa wo nyina ya African countries but they are living good minia twice in communication so they count
akawi small car we o sa small car we nyan madofum small car we mujino say sa small car we is almost $2,000 e na kontofo ye nyamo e dia bone be ne ya sa small car we ade ba Ghana o take abe yin $2,000 abra ni pa no se min twa $600 so sa small car we ho so ho musuma na mo de te Ghana no enya na munyai so ya de kan sa bedura we o de ba ya obi be wi de amane girlfriend akose ne botom sa small car we MPB omo mo poto na mo wi aka se ton no o be wi aka we de amom girlfriend akoton e de am be wi aka we de akomom girlfriend obi be wi akoton de ka we ase ne botom e de apia bonten e de bone ben pa ne aye mo yetu kwan a sa small car we president na Kufuado wa mamuo de time papa president na Kufuado sa small car we wa mamuo tantan amamuo tantan wa mamuo no tan making the follow me tonight campaign be na manya amaw me ye campaign bram hu moje ni sa me ye campaign amaw sa small car we wo de bag Ghana almost $2,000 na sabi ye no an say na me say Ghana mpanifo me sin me ka ne da bia say bon ma bon eye bon na ma bon president na Kufuado wa mamuo tantan wa mamuo tan dodo amamuo sa car we sa small car we adudu Nigeria sa car we $50 kwa be yino no Ghana kwa $2,000 me so amamuo time be king da follow na me catch us president na Kufuado
be bold and call MPP out yes because I want buy na was so say be minim say bi wa Ghana timi ya de bi na ye papa na ye bo abaso ye de NDC be ka ho nti say ene omo ya de bi na enye na if you are calling them out be bold and call them out let them know say DC for anye de na omo pe eno ti na ma you two omo say banchi ene do omo buy This is the time I was calling them out for them to do what is good. And you said they be wada baby ni ade ade. Nya de say be boa. Now, me I won't come off from no. Sammy Gyamfi so akasa adi nkomo na mpese me nu yekọ ekoti Sammy Gyamfi enkomo bi ono so AD what this aside.
He asked a question, what is your vision? Is it that they have a hearing problem or they have deliberately decided to be deaf? You haven't heard John Mahama talk about 24-hour economy. You haven't heard even me talk about 24-hour economy in my conclusion during my first submission on this platform. You haven't heard John Mahama say that under him he will reform the Bank of Ghana and rejuvenate the almost collapsed banking and financial sector. And that he will give opportunity to experienced banking hands who were laid off to secure their careers once more and move from their menial jobs, the menial jobs they were forced into. You haven't heard John Mahama announce that he will complete all abandoned and ongoing projects instead of rushing to start new ones. And that he will carry out an inventory of all hospitals, schools, electrification, water and road projects which have stalled or have been abandoned and make annual budgetary allocation for completing them. You haven't heard President Mahama speak about the fact that his next government will establish a governance advisory council to help improve political governance, curb corruption, and ensure respect for human rights, and that this council will have representatives from civil society, religious bodies, traditional leaders, the media, and so on. You haven't heard President Mahama speak about the fact that his next government will abolish ex gratia. A promise that Bawumia is doing copycats, trying to play catch up, copy, no originality. You haven't heard, you don't know that President Mahama originated the idea, he owns it, and Bawumia cannot steal it. You don't know that President Mahama spoke of completing the constitution review process that we started long before your copy vice president, who is playing catch up, decided to steal it. You don't know, and you're asking me to educate you on John Mahama's vision. You don't know that John Mahama has indicated that his government.
And Sammy Gyamfi de when him kasa, and Sammy Gyamfi de na noate, and Sammy Gyamfi de kasa people for to me can be I san beba. Cause a home and the opposition says here and MPP for our power. Sabi ye kaisa time and MPP and so opposition that time na esla usumo say Jomo, some Wabian, some Wamu, a young crofobia, and if he's a crofone, the idea do good dear, and you're gonna get to us. And yet, may say, and this will come to power. And Ghana for you, I will say, Nasa Sammy Gyamfi crash, I know him near walker, because at time no, or not so bad defending, no maybe no one say defending. For instance, says I do so ya a bank a crank a cray, I do so obey. I can't want someone this for so I'm people for some my game. Now you're BP communicator. Now be defend this idea way. Now this is so talking against her. One, obey winning Ghana phone in her heart. And two, one people now will say we cast for we know. Obaba yes because ya walk microphone and it is an here and this and as some of communication way in actually no. What the mama power. Obey say it takes only one person, Canadian Japan. And the communication is straight because most of the times Okon is straight. We Oba be favoritism. Oba be says and this year the name Yakwa was semi defended. Into when Bema done something which is the or the other side or to us within common sense when they count.
Will set up a value for money unit where this independent value for money unit will be responsible for scrutinizing any government procurement above $5 billion as part of his fight against corruption. You haven't heard President Mahama say that he will set up a commission of inquiry to investigate the matter of looted state lands. You haven't heard President Mahama say that under him we will not collateralize any statutory fund for a loan. You haven't heard President Mahama say that he's going to review our tax exemption regime and ensure that exemptions are beneficial to the country. You haven't heard President Mahama say that he will review the laws governing the extractive sector with the aim of increasing Ghana's stake in our natural resources. You haven't heard President Mahama speaking about bringing back Tor and Vaco on stream to play their role in this economy. You haven't heard him talk about the modernization of agriculture, setting up of farmer centers, farming service centers, and farmer cooperatives, supporting these farmers with implements, with tractors and so on. You haven't heard him talk about establishing factories in every region based on their comparative advantage, and that the people of the Bono region will get cashew processing factories, cocoa growing regions will get cocoa processing factories, the tomato processing regions will get tomato processing factories. You haven't heard that? So it is either you have chosen to be deaf by choice, or you have a hearing problem. And I can go on and on and on and on. He has said he will pay assembly members allowances. He said he will pay 20% allowance to rural teachers. He has said he will complete the Tammy Dam irrigation project. He will improve the implementation of free SHS, which Bawumia has repeated, improve free SHS. So he acknowledges that free SHS has to be improved. Doc, the list is endless.
It's an IMF doc.
I sanity communication will be anywhere, but who can't run our brain? Who can't try? It's MP before says you know person who can't throw anything a warm brain. Now some also kind of crack out old do be say on one band I was about. Essence say what kind of plenty if he said what he's saying is okay. But they say what can you want or can you name? It's a man the communication and there be a Oceano. Now when any yard my say win him the way and I quite Eugene so and I also seen you soon. Giddy and so yasam to I mean I can do us actually no say kwasia nipa ko na wo campaign against ya otunum ti ano no e yo no na dama e na ma ene wo de wo bedie ama wo nwo kwasia na kesese wo ni ade ade wo de na wo kasa sade a kire kwa me Eugene wo din common sense so de kire ye
I'm Eugene o sure say pay ma kwasia mpani won say Mahama na wa jimi na musu wa jimi am baye a new day mukwaji oni sasa akwode kwasia na funu se de yahu ni to mukwaji sika baye new day yan toaso na na toaso pa mo baye kwasia nyum mo baye jimi nyum emi ekofa mokua no ban otimi si hospital ma da bi wantimi si hospital ma Ghana wo be wuo no kwan na tutu na eku no ye de ukoto Kuami Nkrumah's IFS Mahama Science Hospital na wasiesi won o dwan enya na hospital bed wonya unku akwase ampani se wonya bed mienu ena woda so ena TV si won na wo sen hwe action movie o dwan asoe o dwan sa no wo de upie ma wo se wonya wo feel you are feeling comfortable you are in your comfort zone over there. Now we say record was the studio abesi wo kwasia you are enjoying you are chilling in Mahama 10 year boano amosi wo chimiche ni pebia en kwasia fo opana Jack Toronto akufuado sika mpedede or the sika the odd besi the same equal hospital no or the akogu sisi ya da pampase and anwumro de nse kwa wo ni twem. Look at this nonsense. What do you pia and can me yanwa mebo pia ba po yanwa kufuado se ka kwan no e dangerous akuaboni ato when the share ni rest them kan atona fom ne kwasia ba o me yanwum up to now mentis wa yanwum wo so ato afoma nasi wanwu I was nka wuo next time no ba wiase a obeye dan obedi okwasia bi hu adanse e wonwum mu na kwasia ne perform a obeye nwum foforo dia kanta kroso se kwasia mpanyine na na wo de wontimi ni na tem because utigana wa ma usika mu adi wo hwe wo to adi animal di me of course nobody gives me nothing.
Yes, I was aka say muno and on the wedding in common ablaste alashe yenu abema Kuami Eugene wo the other side so omra eme yenyum na magana fu se o mani mo ayede enye nana to aso bi subscribe like share comment be share be makra bye bye.